Alright, let's just be real for a second. Budgeting? Ugh. The word itself just feels like a chore, right? It conjures up images of spreadsheets, restrictive rules, and feeling guilty about every single latte you buy. It's boring. It's a drag. And if you're anything like me or pretty much everyone else on the planet, you probably hate it. But here's the kicker. You need it. Not in the sit down and meticulously track every penny kind of way, but in a way that actually gives you freedom, not takes it away. So, if you're nodding along thinking, yep, that's me, I hate budgeting with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns, then you are in the absolute perfect place. Because today, we're flipping the script. We're talking about budgeting for people who hate budgeting. We're gonna find methods that feel less like a prison sentence and more like a superpower. You ready to take control of your money without losing your mind? Let's dive in. First up, let's acknowledge why we hate it so much. It often feels like deprivation, like someone's telling you no all the time. It feels complicated, like you need an accounting degree just to get started. And honestly, it can feel a little bit judgy, right? Like you're doing something wrong if you're not perfectly on track. But what if I told you there are ways to manage your money that totally bypass all that negativity? Ways that are simple, flexible, and actually empower you? Yeah, those exist. And we're about to break down 5 of the absolute best ones. Okay, method number 1. And this one is a game changer for so many people. It's the 80/20 rule, or even the 50/30/20 rule. Now, don't let the numbers scare you. This is actually super simple. The idea here is to focus on just one thing, saving a percentage of your income. Let's say you commit to saving 20% of every paycheck. You set that up to automatically transfer to a separate savings account the day you get paid. Boom, it's gone. It's out of sight, out of mind. What about the other 80%? That's your fun money. That's your spend it however you want money. You don't track every coffee, every dinner out, every impulse buy. You just know that your savings goal is handled, and the rest is yours to enjoy. This works because it removes the constant micromanagement. You're not logging every single transaction. You're not feeling guilty about small purchases. You're just hitting your big savings goal and living your life with the rest. It's about big picture control, not tiny details. If 20% feels too high, start with 10% or 5%. The point is to just start and automate that one piece. It's liberating, seriously. Moving on to method number 2. And this one is pure genius for the set it and forget it crowd. It's pay yourself first. This is really about automation, my friends. The concept is simple. Before you pay any bills, before you buy groceries, before you even think about discretionary spending, you pay your future self. How? You automate transfers from your checking account to your savings, investment accounts, or even a debt repayment fund. Imagine this. Your paycheck hits, and immediately, without you lifting a finger, money goes to your emergency fund. Money goes to your retirement account. Money goes to that vacation fund you're building. Whatever is left in your checking account after those automated transfers, that's your spending money for the month or the pay period. It's all you have. And because you've already secured your financial future, you can spend that remaining money with zero guilt. You've already done the responsible thing. This is budgeting without the daily grind. You set it up once, and then your money just works for you in the background. It's powerful because it removes willpower from the equation. You don't have to decide to save every time. It just happens. Alright, method number 3. This one is fantastic for visual learners or anyone who struggles with overspending in specific categories. It's the cash envelope system, but with a modern twist. Now I know what you're thinking. Cash. Who uses cash anymore? And you're right, mostly. But the concept of the envelope system is brilliant. You allocate a set amount of money for specific variable spending categories. Think groceries, dining out, entertainment, personal care. And once that money is gone, it's gone. The modern twist, you can do this digitally. Many banks now allow you to create sub-accounts or virtual envelopes within your main checking account. Or you can use budgeting apps that mimic this system, where you digitally assign funds to different categories. So, you might put $400 into your groceries envelope for the month. When you buy groceries, you deduct it from that specific digital envelope. If you hit zero before the end of the month, that's it. No more grocery spending until next month. This method gives you clear boundaries without needing to track every single item you buy. You just know your limit for that category. It's tangible, even if it's digital, and it really helps curb overspending in those tricky areas. Ready for method number 4? This one is for those who really want to simplify things and feel like they have a weekly allowance. It's the weekly spending allowance. This is super straightforward. First, you need to know your fixed expenses: rent/mortgage, utilities, car payment, subscriptions, etc. Get those covered. Then, you need to automate your savings. Remember method number 2? Do that. Once those 2 big rocks are out of the way, look at what's left for your discretionary spending for the month. Divide that by 4. That's your weekly allowance. Every Monday or whatever day you choose, you can transfer that specific amount into a separate checking account, or even just keep it mentally separate. That's your fun money for the week. You can spend it on anything you want: coffee, lunch with friends, a new gadget, whatever. The beauty here is that you're only focused on a small chunk of money at a time. It feels less overwhelming than budgeting for a whole month. If you blow through it by Wednesday, you're just chilling for the rest of the week, knowing you'll get a fresh start next week. No guilt, no complex tracking, just a simple weekly limit that gives you freedom within boundaries. It's like giving yourself a mini paycheck every week for your wants. And finally, method number 5. This one is perfect for the truly lazy, and I say that with love because sometimes I'm one of them. It's track your biggest leaks only. For many of us, our money problems aren't 100 tiny leaks. They're 1 or 2 huge holes. Maybe you spend way too much on dining out, or online shopping has become a serious habit, or maybe it's that daily Starbucks run that adds up fast. Instead of trying to track everything, pick just 1 or 2 categories where you know you tend to overspend. For 1 month, just track those specific things. Use a simple app, a note on your phone, or even a tiny notebook. Don't worry about groceries or gas, or your fixed bills. Just focus on that one problem area. At the end of the month, look at the number. It's often shockingly high. Just seeing that number, without the pressure of a full budget, can be enough motivation to naturally scale back. Once you've got that one leak under control, you can move on to another, or just stick with managing that one area. It's budgeting on easy mode. It's about targeted intervention, not a full financial overhaul. Less data entry, more impact. Okay, so we've covered 5 different ways to budget without feeling like you're actually budgeting. But here's the real secret sauce. The thing that makes any of these methods actually stick. It's about shifting your mindset. Budgeting isn't about deprivation. It's about prioritization. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. It's about gaining control, reducing stress, and ultimately, building a life that you actually want to live. Don't feel like you have to pick just one of these and stick to it forever. Experiment. Try the 80-20 rule for a month. If it doesn't quite click, switch to the weekly allowance. Maybe you combine pay yourself first with tracking your biggest leaks. The best budgeting system is the one you actually use. It's the one that feels sustainable, easy, and gives you a sense of peace, not panic. And please, be kind to yourself. You're not going to be perfect overnight. There will be weeks or months where you go over. That's okay. It's not a failure. It's a learning opportunity. Adjust, forgive yourself, and get back on track. The goal here is progress, not perfection. Every small step you take towards understanding and managing your money is a win. So ditch the dread. Ditch the spreadsheets if they don't work for you. And embrace a budgeting method that actually feels good, feels natural, and gives you the freedom you deserve. Because when you know where your money is going, you're not just budgeting. You're building the life you want. Alright, that's it for today, my amazing budget haters. Which one of these methods are you going to try first? Or maybe you have a hack that works for you. Drop it in the comments below. I seriously want to hear your thoughts. And if you found this video helpful, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on more tips to make your money work harder for you. Until next time, keep crushing it, and remember, your money, your rules.